Ayo, welcome to another video, and look what I have. Oh, spinny. Very spinny. It is, yes, my quarter two sketchbook. This quarter has been pretty dang fun. I got to be in the musical, The Music Man, the musical. It was pretty dang enjoyable. I got to be the bass in the quartet. I got to sing those low notes. And I got to make some cool friends and talk with some people, practice the socialization skills that I lack, and improve on drawing a bit, because the musical is a time commitment, so you get lots of time to sing, and when you're off stage, you get time to practice, and then maybe practice some social skills. That way you can be like, hey, I can socialize now with people around me. I've gotten a lot better at that, I feel, somewhat. I also started working at Starbucks recently, so that's definitely helped with me being like, hey, I know how to talk to people. I also get to make drinks, and they have this really cool machine layout and that kind of stuff, or register, or point of sale. I think it's called POS. And one time, we got to ring up this, person who was like, hey, I want some, 20 gift cards, and I want $5 on each of them. So, okay, we can ring you up right here. And so we rang her up, we got all of them, but we only got 18, and there was 20 of them. So somewhere along the way, we missed 2. And so what some people might do is oh yeah, you can just void the entire order. But on the machines, it doesn't work like that. You have to in order to void a gift card, you have to scan each individual one according to the one that you're voiding. So we're okay, we're not going to make you wait through all this. Go over to this register over here and we can help you out. And so we did. And then she left. And then we were panicking because we were okay, this is going to take 40 minutes to void all of these cards. We don't worry about her. We got her cards. She was off. She was happy. We got her cards. And so we were okay, what are we going to do? This is going to take 40 minutes. And so we called the shift leader, and he was okay, have you tried turning off the register and then turning it back on again? And then I was why didn't I think of that? That's the basic IT strategy that you use. Ask any IT guy. My dad's an IT guy in sorts. And the number one thing that fixes pretty much all problems is, have you tried turning it off and then, turning it back on again? And that generally solves pretty much everything. And so we did that. And the problem was solved. We didn't have to void any of the gift cards because they just voided themselves when the machine was turned off, because the order never happened in the first place. It was quite wonderful. And so that's my story for the day. Also, I have this cool person that I work with named Jameson. He was also in the musical, and he had this really cool, radio voice. Oh, this is Livy's page. Livy was a cool person that I was friends with I'm still friends with her now, and she's really cool. She's a nice person. Do recommend talking to her if you get the chance. And person with a hat. Doop-a-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, I also, I started piano lessons recently, and that's been fun. I've got to learn definitely some more music theory, and my sight reading skills have gotten a lot better. Because, before, if you don't have a teacher or something, and you're self-taught, you can go pretty far with it. You can get pretty dang good at it. And then eventually gets to a point where it's but do I really want to spend 2 hours studying scales by myself? But with the teacher, you meet with the person 30 minutes a week, but it's just so helpful to motivation, because you have someone to show off your skills to, you can be hey, look what I learned this week. And they're oh, okay, You suck, but be better. And then so we get to be like a lot better, and it's really helpful. I don't know if most people know this, but my brain is not very good at complimenting myself. So having a teacher being like, you suck and you can do better really helps, because then you can be like, hey, I can be better. But he doesn't actually say that. He's like, oh, okay, you could fix this thing. That would be interesting if, like, imagine if you had like a teacher at math and then she just said, you suck, be better. I don't know. That's what I hear in my head, and that's what I tell myself a lot. I think it's turned out okay, though. I mean, that's what I do with art, and I turned out okay-ish. I mean, I suck, and I'm gonna get better. You know, that growth mindset. In 8th grade, we had this class named Pathways or something. It was a required class, which I did not make a lot of joy out of. We did have this, like, I like went to speech therapy, so I got out of the class a lot, which was really nice, because I was like, oh, I can just go to speech, and then she can't say anything about it. And so I did, and I think that's the only class where I got like a D- in, just because I was like, I don't want to do anything. But a lot of the classes I enjoy. I like a class, but if I don't want to learn the class, if I don't see a point in class, but all the other classes that year I got A's. Math is always a fun subject. I love learning about history. I love art. I love music. I like a lot of my classes. All of them are pretty fun. And then, yeah, this is the end of Sketchbook quarter number 2. I do hope you maybe learned something about me, saw some interesting stuff into my quarter of fun and enjoyment, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.